What is up, party people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila. This is JemilaBeReadin because I do be reading. And today, we're lounging. We're lounging and we're going to be talking about my 2024 reading goals. And, I really wanted to film this today, but I just could not be bothered to actually put on real clothes and do my makeup and do my hair. So I am here in this hoodie covering the mess that's under here. I'm giving Bareface realness. She's cute. And I have a cup of tea. And I have this blanket. And my cute sweater, it's Pros Before Bros, which is the local book club I'm in here in Portland. It's a Black woman-run book club for women of color here in Portland. And it's awesome. I have this cute little sweater, represent. And I have this cute little llama or alpaca mug. I'm drinking some rooibos tea. I never know how to pronounce that. Hopefully I did it correctly. But yeah, we're just gonna chat and talk about my 2024 reading goals. I have not done a reading goals video in like a year or two, I don't think. I don't know. I went into like 2023 really feeling silly goofy. I was like, I don't even know what this year is going to bring me, but I kind of want to focus my goals a little bit in 2024, so I thought I would just chat with you about that. So, my first reading goal, I guess I should talk about the numerical goal that I have, which I'm doing the same that I did last year, and that's 75 books. I would like to read more than that. Last year, in 2023, I read 76, and previous years, I read much more than that. But I think just in terms of work and my personal life, I didn't prioritize reading as much, which, I mean, 76 is still like a lot of books and I'm happy about that. But I do want to read more books this year and I want to prioritize reading more books this year. I don't really care about a specific numerical value, but I do feel like there is a lot of wasted time in my day that I could be using for reading, or even like trying to watch shows or movies that I'm interested in, or invest in some like hobbies or crafting things that I want to do. I spend a lot of time on my phone. There's a lot of time where I'm just kind of mindlessly scrolling, bouncing between social media apps, and I feel like I want to do less of that. I want to use that time to actually read more, do some crafting, I like really got into coloring books like in like the last month of 2023. So I want to do that more. I recently got a Switch, which I'm really excited about. So I want to play some more video games and maybe do some more cozy games that don't require a ton of brain power so I can listen to more audiobooks, just kind of stuff like that. I just really want to prioritize, I guess, my time this year more than anything, and like spend less time scrolling through my phone constantly. Goal number 2 is I would like to track my reading a lot more. So I use both Goodreads and Storygraph to track my books, and I want to do a little bit more with that. So Storygraph is great because it has a lot of statistics and stuff on there, but I really want to get more into reading stats this year. So I downloaded this template from one of my mutuals, Aubrey, or Earl Grey Please, I think is her username on TikTok. She makes these annual like spreadsheets on Google Sheets for tracking your reading, and it's awesome. So I ended up purchasing one of those, and I really want to use it a lot this year. Not a lot, I just want to use it this year. I'll link it down below, her Etsy shop, if you're interested in purchasing one of these spreadsheets. It's only a couple bucks. And then I also really want to get into reading journaling. And I recall, I think it was the last reading goals video that I posted like 2 years ago. I talked about wanting to do that, and I showed the journal, and I never used it. I used it once. I have like one review in there, and that's it. But I really want to get into reading journaling this year. And I'm like realizing the journal that I bought is not really like fitting the tastes or like what I'm looking for in a reading journal, but since I already have it and it's unused, I'm going to use it, and hopefully that kind of encourages me, and in 2025 maybe I will like kind of like make my own spread, like just get like a blank journal and kind of make it what I want. But that's too much for me right now. So I'm going to use that reading journal. It's I don't know where it is. It's like not on me right now, otherwise I'll show it to you. But I got it from Knutsa, is that the place? I'll link it down below if you're interested in this reading journal. It's really cute, so I want to do that. I want to get more into like actual written reviews. Those used to be like one of my favorite posts to make on Bookstagram, is like my little like kind of like thoughts, reading thoughts and review. And I want to get more into that. I want to be able to write at least a little short review for every book that I read this year and post it on Goodreads and Storygraph and on Instagram when I feel like it. And yeah, so I just want to be a lot more intentional with my tracking of my reading and my reviewing, because I also just feel like being able to like sit down, think about it, write a review will help me also when I'm like coming on to here or on TikTok and doing like video style reviews. I feel like that will help me be a little less rambling and all over the place. So yeah, I want to like improve my reviewing skills this year, I guess. Number 3, I have some authors that I would like to really get more into their backlist this year. I feel like, again, I say this every year, I'm like, this is the year that I finally read all of N.K. Jemisin's backlist. I'm not going to say that again this year, but I do want to, at the very least, finish the Inheritance trilogy. I've reread that first book multiple times, trying to get myself to continue on in the series, and I just don't. It's because like I think each of them are kind of standalone-ish. It's like kind of related characters and set in the same world, but like the individual like plot and story ends. And so it's like I never like want to go and read the next book, but I want to at least finish the Inheritance trilogy. I have that left, as well as the Killing Moon or something like that duology, and then the short story collection that she released a few years ago. If I can get all of that done in 2024, I would be so happy, but really my main priority is finishing the Inheritance trilogy. That's what I want to do. I also want to continue with my Octavia Butler reading. I only read one Octavia Butler book last year, and that was Parable of the Sower, which was one of my favorite books of the year. I want to finish that duology, and I'd like to start one of her other series. I think I have 2 other series left. So I think I want to do one of those, maybe finish the whole thing or at least start it. Yeah, those are my 2 priority authors. I have some other authors that I really want to get more into this year. One is Ursula K. Le Guin. I read The Lathe of Heaven in 2022. I really enjoyed that book and it really stuck with me, and I really want to continue reading more of her works. I know she's a really prolific author. She's, you know, she wasn't born in Portland, I don't think, but she like grew up here, had her kids here, and so she's kind of like a Portland icon, Oregon icon. So I want to read more of her books. I think I really want to read The Dispossessed next, so TBD on that one. And then I have 2 authors that I've never read from that I really want to get into this year. The first is Tananarive Due. She's a horror author, and I like have 2 of her books on my shelves. I know she has a new release that just came out that I've been hearing really great reviews, so I really want to get into her this year. The other is Beverly Jenkins, which I just feel like ashamed that I have not read any more from, that I haven't even read anything from her. I have 3 of her most recent releases on my shelf, so I want to like read all 3 of them. I'm sure there'll be some quick reads. She's such a prolific historical fiction author. I'm just like, I don't read a lot of historical fiction, but I definitely need to read her this year. And then another author that I've read one thing from, it's like a short story, so I don't know if it really counts, but Toni Morrison. I cannot believe that I have not read any Toni Morrison besides Recitative, and I need to rectify that immediately. I really do want to get more into like classics this year, particularly Black classics and classics from authors of color. So I'm hoping to do a video at some point this year surrounding that. And yeah, I think those are all of the kind of priority authors I have right now. And in terms of content, I don't want to have any specific goals, just because every year I feel like I come on here and I say, I'm gonna post more consistently. I wanna try to do X number of videos, and it just never works out. You know, like at the end of the day, posting on here, at least right now, is a hobby for me. It's like a fun and creative thing for me to do. You know, my work and personal life is always going to take priority over this. At least at this point in my life. So, but I do really enjoy it, and I've enjoyed especially posting a lot more frequently in December. So I just want to, you know, I do want to try to get on a consistent routine and, you know, and really make content that I really enjoy. So I want to be creative. I want to do a lot of like different style videos. So I'm hoping that's something I can do this year. I have like 2 new series that I'm thinking of doing. One is like a reading down my TBR kind of series that I might do like every other month, or just like if I need a video idea or I'm kind of like blanking. I think that's a good way to like fit in my mood reading style into a video idea. I just have so many books, and I am hoping to potentially move out of Oregon this year. We'll see. We'll see about that. So I would like to read down a lot of my TBR, get rid of books that I don't really like or that, you know, I don't really want on my shelves. Yeah, so there's that. The other series that I'm thinking of is kind of expanding my taste test series, because I know I was doing like taste test of mystery thrillers, which I do want to continue, but I really have this idea of like trying out a lot of different kinds of genres and subgenres that I don't read often, and trying to engage with them like genuinely, not just like reading the most popular thing from these genres, just, you know, just because, you know, I want to like actually choose books from these subgenres that I think that I'll actually enjoy and like really give them a shot. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my goals this year. I'd love to know what your reading goals are, or if you make content yourself, what your content goals are. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video.